welcome to another episode of The Reckless Nerd. I am Frank Martinez, and I'm here with my co-host,
Stephanie Michelle.
Hi, how are you doing?
I am good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm really excited for this kind of impromptu episode that we kind of figured out today. We weren't planning on doing an episode because we're bi-weekly normally, but so much stuff has been happening in the news with nerd stuff that we have to talk about it. Like, it's crazy.
There's been a lot going on, but kind of also did want to touch base. What have you been doing in the past week to keep busy? Because I know you've been busy.
Actually, a lot of stuff. Been doing a lot of stuff with photos. Just trying to stay busy with that. Also, been playing a lot of basketball. I bought a basketball hoop, and literally, me and my dad have been playing basketball every day, which is kind of cool. I didn't think that a basketball hoop would save my relationship with my parents. So it's doing wonders for that, for sure.
That got so deep, so
Yeah.
fast.
Oh yeah. No, it's there. It's yeah.
Oh my gosh. Good. I'm happy you're having that moment.
Yeah.
Right.
It's kind of cool. It's not as nostalgic as much. Most people are like, "Oh, you're playing basketball." No, there's massive shit talking going on. It's bad.
Should be.
Yeah.
Should be.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So, what about you?
I had a pretty productive day. I made this today. I showed it to
Oh,
you.
yeah, you did show me that pretty cool. Can you explain? Because to me, I thought it was a Halo sword.
It's
So,
not. It's not done though. It's supposed to be for a Psylocke cosplay. Her lightning.
yeah.
I'm pretty stoked, but I'm like, it's only one layer thick right now, so it's still kind of. I have to add more.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I thought we're drying.
That's
So
cool, though.
and then my kids are very entrepreneurial spirits, and they were coming up with businesses upstairs, and I heard my daughter kick my nephew out of her room, and then she's like, "Wait, do you want to work for me really quick?"
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
it changed. It changed. She's like, "Wait a minute, I can do." My daughter's always hustling, but she made a sign for my nephew to carry around,
What does
and
it
I
say?
give this to you because it's absolutely ridiculous. Because it says, "Buy Alana's paper airplanes to help my sick sister," and a bunch of sad faces.
Wait, is her sister really? Does she have it? Does she?
No, she wanted my nephew to walk around with it,
Oh.
who has his sister's a year and a half. So we went. She's like,
Oh,
to
that's
help.
so funny.
My daughter's gonna be a con artist.
Yeah, for sure. She's already exploiting the sick. So there's
My
that.
niece isn't sick, by the way. It's a lie.
That's so funny.
But yeah, and I'm just like, it's because yeah, she was trying to build faster airplanes than her brother, and they were, I guess, trying to see who would make more money. This,
So
this
I
is
like
a
how you
company.
have like the con artist version of the Wright brothers as children.
Yeah, there's like my son just overcharges, but he doesn't like scam you. My daughter will try and con you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
funny.
that's what I've been dealing with today.
Well, that's cool. That sounds like a very exciting day.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Cool. So, did you have something? Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, do you want to start talking about the stuff we already?
Yeah, we want to do. So again, we're gonna do our nerd news portion. First thing on the docket that I had in front of me, and now no
Very
longer in front
efficient.
of me. Yeah, very efficient. Oh yeah, I was really sad about this, but I'm sure a lot of you guys know. Star Wars Podracers was being remastered on, I believe it was PlayStation 4 and for the Nintendo Switch, and
Yes.
due to the coronavirus, it's now being delayed, and I'm so sad. Like, to me, I don't. Are you familiar with the game? Did you play?
Um, I've only played it a little bit. It wasn't one
Oh,
of my favorites.
oh.
It's so what I was looking at, and I don't know if I saw something different,
Mhm.
that the Switch actually still got released on time, but the Nintendo 4 was the one that got stayed delayed.
Oh, I didn't see that. So okay, so which affects me more because I don't have a Switch right now, which
Yeah,
sucks. 'Cause they're really hard to get, and I really don't want a Switch Lite. Like, if I'm gonna buy one, I would rather have the actual Switch.
I had to
Uh,
switch with it.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. I like the docking portion, and I don't really play like on the go as much. I do a little bit, but not really. So I like the docking, so I can play at home. But that was something. I mean, for me, when I was a kid, like the first thing I would go to anytime I would go into an arcade was to start to the pod racers, because like the whole thing was sick. Like, yeah, like it was cool that they had the actual like seat you could sit in that looked like Anakin's pod racer, and they actually had like the hand controls that you would push them forward to like accelerate, and then move left and right to move to steer. And so it gave this really cool feel to it. And then even when it became it got, I don't know what other system that went on, but I know for a fact it was on the Nintendo 64, because as soon as it came out, I bought it. I was like, oh, I have to have this for my house. Got it. And now that I'm an adult and have adult money, I'm excited that I can now buy this when it does come out. So yeah, I know, right?
Like your adult money.
Yeah. So that I am sad, but once it does come out, I'll be really excited. And I'm hoping that it should be able to transfer to the PlayStation 5 when it comes out later this year. So another big thing.
I know, because I don't know the dates that I saw, that it was May 14th for the Switch, and then the PS4 was just a couple weeks to May 26th. And I don't know if the dates were before or after you saw them. So those are the dates that I saw. So hopefully the PS4 one will be out soon, though.
Yeah, hopefully that'd be really cool. In other news, we do have something that affects your what you like a little more.
More so me, yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to explain?
Of course. So Tom Felton, of course, who is Draco Malfoy, took the Pottermore test that we took, and he came up a Hufflepuff.
Yeah, so, it's crazy, right? Like, I mean, it's cool to see the actor actually take it like earnestly to himself.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's interesting because I guess I was reading something and it was saying that he wasn't happy about the results.
Oh, really? He thought he was going to be Slytherin?
Slytherin, because that's the character for so long. So that kind of made me laugh. I don't know, because we took the test and I ended up Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
Every other time I've ever taken it was Ravenclaw. So I was a little
so funny.
I'm so cool. My son's a Hufflepuff and I'm all for it.
There you go. Yeah, no, I thought that was interesting. For me, like, not only do I know him from the Harry Potter movies, but he did a small stint in the Flash TV show. And I feel like he still kind of played a similar character, like that was kind of like pissed off at like the main character and like would try to get back at him a lot. But then the role kind of flipped and he ends up becoming like a good guy. So it was kind of cool to see him do something a little different than what he is known for.
When he's in Planet of the Apes.
Wait, what?
Isn't he in Planet of the Apes? He was the zookeeper. Are you gonna go look this up?
I am, because I've seen all the Planet of the Apes, and I would think I would have remembered seeing Draco Malfoy in Planet of the Apes. Hold on, Draco. What's his name? Tom what?
Tom Felton.
Okay, let's see what movies. I'm sure there's a ton of stuff he's been in that I didn't even. He's in Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. Well, okay.
He is. When? What part?
He's the vet tech. He's like the one that's kind of in the beginning of the movie.
Maybe I didn't. I'll be honest. Like the whole like Planet
of the Apes.
No. I said I've seen him. My parents actually like love the whole series. Like, I honestly would not be shocked if I came home one day and they were dressed up as like apes watching the movie. Legit, like cosplay, like into it. My parents aren't nerds by any means, but that's like the one thing. Like, they will literally like binge watch all of the Planet of the Apes, including the new ones and the old ones, which there's like almost 10 fucking Planet of the Apes movies from the old ones from back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's in one of them. I'm happy, like, because when you started questioning it, I was like, shit, did I fuck this up?
No, I just, like, I thought I've seen all the movies multiple times, and I do not remember seeing him, so it must not been, like,
he's in the very, very beginning of the movie as, like, the vet tech with the animals. Like, when I think I remember correctly, he's the one that's kind of being a dick to them. Like, that's...
Okay.
Egging him on, I guess.
I wonder if that's like the only role that he's gonna be getting from now on. Because like anything else I've ever seen him in, he's kind of just been like an asshole, and he always gets these like smaller roles. I'm kind of shocked. Like,
I He's a good actor, I think.
Yeah, I think he's a good actor. So I don't understand like why he doesn't do other things, or maybe he just does a lot of like Broadway or theater stuff, and he doesn't have the time to do like other bigger roles that he wants to. I don't know.
Got it.
Mhm.
All right. I think
Yeah, you
covered
good? Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure we'll come back to Harry Potter at another point.
Yeah.
But the next thing we're going to be talking up, and you brought this one up, was Neuralink.
I am so excited for Neurolink, which you don't really know much about, so I'm really excited to like educate you on. So, okay, what Neurolink, from my understanding, is basically they're going to insert a like a computer chip in your brain, and they're going to connect it to all like the different neurons in your brain, like the different parts of your brain, and then you're going to become a cyborg person. Like basically like the way some of the functions that Elon described on the Joe Rogan podcast was that he said like basically if parts of your brain are shut down, we can turn them back on. If you were to lose your entire speech because of a brain problem, then we would be able to turn it, like it wouldn't be an issue. And like they haven't done any human trials yet. He said that in about a year he's hoping that they will do the first human trial. But like the last time he was on the podcast, he said that in like 2 to 3 years we're gonna see it kind of happen, and now it's like almost there. It's pretty close to happening. And then he said in 5 to 10 years it's gonna be pretty average that people are just gonna have them implanted in their brain, and so it'll be awesome. Like to have like the singular, for me at least. I don't know. I can't speak for everyone, but like Ghost in a Shell is like my shit, and I cannot wait to like biohack somebody else's brain, or like I'm gonna become a criminal apparently because I'm gonna do some crazy shit. But I don't know, just like the ability, even like just to have like I thought like AR glasses were cool because like that way we have like visual overlays on how we do things in real life.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool, or even like full immersion technology, which has kind of been looked at a little bit, but not really because they haven't really figured it all out. But I thought that would be something that would be pretty cool if they could figure out like full dive to like a virtual reality that was pretty much all mental. That would be kind of cool. But to have something like that, I thought we would have to go like, because Apple invested it's been a couple of years that they've done this, but they've been working on like their own version of AR glasses, and I thought that would be like the first giant step into an augmented reality. But seeing that Neuralink is so close, like that's gonna, like I think we're gonna have another massive jump in how technology is interfaced. Very like it's gonna just go from, oh, okay, it's like in my hand to like in my mind.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm on board for this.
I am so on. Oh my god, cyborgs are going to be so fucking cool. And like another, I don't know, like it is weird. It's different. I think AI overlords are so much closer than we actually think they are. Which I don't know. Like that's another thing we're gonna have to deal with. But like to me, it's like we have all these like fiction things that we kind of have written and are pretty comfortable with using as reference. And I mean, we just had the pandemic, and it wasn't anywhere near like a zombie apocalypse.
Much to our disappointment.
Yeah, I know, right? But that's the thing is like, what is the reality of how it's going to benefit us, and how it's, you know, I mean, with every change there comes good things and bad things. So what's going to happen as far as is there going to be like a war among people that are like, you don't have a computer brain? Like, you know,
There's a show. Oh my gosh, did you? It's Welcome to the Dollhouse or Dollhouse,
no,
and
not familiar.
the entire premise of the show was that people could pretty much change how their brain would work and create like a whole different personality. So you could upload personalities into somebody, but it was pretty
That's,
much a super fancy hooker service.
oh my, that
Yeah,
seems to be like kind of the thing with like I didn't see Westworld, but isn't that like what it's about? Kind of. Yeah, I had heard that like a good portion of it is like you go into Westworld, and then a lot of people use the whole thing to like fuck Western hookers from back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
So
what kind of person do you want to hook up with and have this whole
yeah, I know he said that like basically one, and I was like, this like blew my mind when he said it because I wasn't even like thinking about that, but he said like, yeah, basically like if you ever get like a virus or like something happens, you can have like just like a hard drive, you can store memory points. So like let's say your memory's fine 1 week, and then next week you install something and something is wrong, you can go back to how your brain was a week or a month ago, and that is how it will be. I'm like, like, like what? What? I don't even like. How do you comprehend? Like, like what? That's so like. Oh my god! I'm so excited to have a robot brain. I don't care if we have Terminators. Like, I will kill
Wait,
all
did you
humans.
say
Like,
a
I'm in.
robot best friend?
Huh?
Did you say a robot best friend?
No.
You cut out for a second, so you said I can't wait to have, and I thought you said a robot best friend.
Oh
You
no.
didn't say
Robot brain is what I said. Like, oh,
okay.
like I am cashed in on Android. Like, 100%. And like that's the thing is he even kind of said, and I agree to it to a certain extent. Is like we're already so ingrained in our phones. We're essentially to a point interfacing like every day with the phones. We're already like the phone is attached to your hand. It's not, that the only difference is it goes from the hand to here, and it's more convenient.
Okay.
And then one of the biggest things is you can actually turn it off if you don't like it. Like if it's too much for you, you can have it removed or turned off.
I don't know.
No,
Well,
no.
we'll come back to that one.
Are
I
you, are,
think.
are you gonna robot? Are you gonna Will Smith this whole? What's up? Are you gonna iRobot this?
I don't know.
No.
I'm not there yet. I have
Ugh.
to keep looking into it. But that's not the only reason Elon Musk is even one of the things we're talking about.
No, like that's not. Yeah, go ahead. Explain.
Also, just had a baby with his girlfriend Grimes, who's I guess a Canadian experimental musician.
I guess I don't really know much about it to be quite honest.
Um, but they named the baby something crazy.
Hmm.
And the best part about it is, and I don't know if you've seen it, it's the X and the ash symbol, and then it's A12.
Yeah.
Down
It.
to down.
Yeah. His teachers are gonna baby's teacher gonna be really upset when they're having to like spell out his name.
Absolutely. And then not just that, but it looks like that they're not agreeing on how to say the name, which I think is kind of funny.
Yeah, that's interesting, right? Like, how do you come up with a name and then not understand the pronunciation of it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just another thing. But when we were looking him up, I found out that this is actually his seventh kid and all boys.
That's kind of crazy.
But all
That's
the other ones were with his first wife.
okay.
But I don't know. Just he has a crazy life between
I, I'm
those.
I'm sure he does. Like, how do you go from creating SpaceX to going home to 7 children? Like,
Yeah,
and
I
I
know.
don't know. That's like, I can't even comprehend. Like, I don't get how he can do all these things and even be like in a relationship. It's so much,
Yeah,
you know.
and just the amount of height all of his ideas have. It's just insane to me.
And now, what are your thoughts on the Cybertruck?
Don't know much. I don't know much about it actually.
What really? Like, it's kind of it's just I don't know. It's interesting. I can't wait to see them on the road to see how they perform and like how everything works out with them. So I don't know. It's just another thing that like he elevates the idea of what a truck is. Like it's very
Mhm.
different. It's very different. So I'm sure he does that with every part of his life, not just his ideas.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want him as a dad.
Yeah, it'd be. I don't know. He might. I feel like as a dad, he probably is really encouraging. You know?
But I think like also it's like when you're like, oh, that's your dad? Like you didn't live up to those standards? Like I just in my head that's where it goes. But
Yeah.
I digress. Probably not. And then uh you ready to talk about the big one?
Are you kidding me? Tony Hawk Pro Skater Remastered announced like not even a week ago. Like, dude, I am like so freaking pumped. It's gonna be awesome.
I am too, because it looks like all the original skaters, a lot of the original levels, most of the original music is coming back.
So 1 and 2 are being completely remastered, and then
Yeah.
they're gonna go ahead and add some new levels. On they're gonna add online multiplayer, which is
Mhm.
new. So I'm pretty excited for that. Like, I mean, I can't even tell you how many hours I spent playing both games, and
Oh
it's
yeah.
gonna be like I know I don't know what year it came out, but on Xbox they did like a remaster of I think it's a mix of like the first three. And the cool thing I liked about that one was that you could actually use your Xbox avatar as a character.
Oh, okay.
So like they've done it like before, but not to the point where like like this where it's like remastered in 4K. It looks fucking I mean, like night and day. I mean, the first one, don't get me wrong, for the time the graphics were fucking insane. Like I was
Yeah.
just happy to have 3D, you know, like so it looked two dimensional instead of two or 3 dimensional instead
Yeah.
of 2 dimensional.
It was like the amount of hours I spent in my youth trying to collect skate,
Yeah, yeah.
like the ace of spades. Like I can't even comprehend like being able to show that with my kids and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Like those fun things.
And the thing I like more is that like okay, so like when you first played the game, you really had to understand like who the people were by their name to understand who they to see who they are. Now with when the renditions that they've done in 4K, like I've seen people, I'm like, oh, I know him, I just don't know his name. You
Mhm.
know, like it's crazy that like you know I didn't realize that that was that person in the game or you know whatever. But like so I'm excited to see that. I'm also excited. I'm really hopeful that they bring back like the secret characters. Like I believe it was Tony Hawk 2, where you could get Spider-Man.
Oh,
Oh my God, Spider-Man was one of my favorite characters. He could do some really cool stuff because like it's not that he could just skate; he would skate as Spider-Man. So he was in the outfit, and he could even like toss like his webbing out to catch like the board and bring it back to him, and like it was just really cool.
well, one of the things that's really fun that they're bringing back, they're even bringing back like the create your skater, create your
Hmm.
park, all of those things. Because I
Yeah.
remember doing that even when I'm like being like, you know what, I wanted to skate as a girl, and
Hmm.
it wasn't always easy. Yeah, actually, usually I was cabaret
Okay.
go to theater for a long time.
I do know they're gonna add some newer features that like some of the newer games had. So it's not just because like when you play the first one, you're just happy to play it. But the more each one that came out, they were adding more and more skate moves like revert
No,
and different things like that, where you can get off your board, you know, do bonuses like different tricks. And so this one will be the first two games with all the levels remastered plus additional features. So that's another thing that I think is going to keep it fresh. And then uh, they have things like you know DLC that they can add later on. So it'll be exciting to see like what levels are what either new levels that we've never seen before or what other game levels from other Tony Hawk games they'll remaster and put back so we can download them for fun.
absolutely. No, I am definitely stoked for this one.
Yeah, no, I'm super pumped. I can't even decide which one I want because the regular edition comes with the game and it's only $40, which is like really awesome. Yeah, because I'm used to paying 60. Now, if you pay $100, you get
Yeah.
exclusive DLC, you get the game, and you get a special edition birdhouse board that's only releasing through that, and it's an old school design, which I'm like tempted to get because like I haven't seen a birdhouse board like that in so long. I would just want it to like hang in my room. Like it would be awesome to have that.
That would be really cool. I wish I still had my first skateboard, like, and I would so have that up on the wall.
Oh yeah, yeah. I thrashed a lot of boards back in my day. I still ride. I have my longboard, and then I ride a Sector 9 shortboard right now.
I don't ride anymore. I take my kids to
Well,
the skate park and watch them ride. I am gonna just go give up and put on yoga pants and eat ice cream right now is what's gonna happen.
that's fair. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay. But yeah, that was I think that's it for us today.
Yeah, I think that's everything.
Cool. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to our catch up on nerd news for this week. I think we might be doing this again. I actually kind of like this little catch up
Yeah.
in between the shows. And it's just like there's so much going on that it gives us time to kind of keep you guys updated on what's happening. And if you like it, let us know in the comments, either on Pod. If you're listening to it on Podbean, you can actually subscribe to the show directly. Leave comments below. If you see this on Instagram, please share it with your friends. Please let us know there as well. We also have a Twitter and a Facebook. So lots of ways to tell us. Huh? YouTube. Oh, yes. We also have a YouTube, so you can also tell us there. So.
And you can see the faces.
Yes, it's true. It's true. If you guys watch on YouTube, you can see. Don't go on YouTube not to see my face. Well, they need to see your face. Yeah. You have a face.
Oh, and we have a Patreon.
Oh, yes. And we have a Patreon to help us out with the show. If you want more content, then you get more stuff. So the levels are pretty easy. We have a $5, $10, and a $15 level. So nothing crazy. You get some pretty cool stuff if you join the Patreon, like exclusive merch that you won't get without having it. And then you also get downloads and maybe some stuff that we're going to change out on there maybe or not in the future and have more things for you guys.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that's out.
Yeah, right. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. Please follow us on social media. Everything is at The Reckless Nerd. Check that out. Feel free to check out our website, therecklessnerd.com. And anything? Am I saying anything else?
I think that was everything. I think you got it covered.
Yeah, I remembered everything this time. Cool. I'm excited.
I got you there, but I mean, it's cool. We're good.
Yeah, whatever. That's true. But thank you, Stephanie, for coming and being available and making this show awesome.
You too.
Oh, thank you. Later.
Bye.
Intercepted, transmitted disease.